Hey, folks, this is Lonzo, the Godfather of West Coast Hip Hop. And it's time for the Legendary Connects. Me and my partner from the other coast, Dr. Dre, is on the line. What's up, Dre?
What's up, Lonzo?
Hanging like a chandelier, just trying to shine, sir. Just trying to shine. Ready to
as long as you're not trying to go deep underwater.
Man, you know what? It's because you get money don't mean you get no brains. Money don't buy brains. That didn't seem like a good idea from the very beginning. I'm trying to figure out how much shit they was smoking to think they was gonna go down that rickety ass fucking wannabe no power having submarine, all that pressure underwater, and that was gonna be a good idea.
Nope, I'm not even gonna take it from that. Here's the good idea, because now I'm gonna start my own submarine business. It's called Give Me $250,000, and I'm gonna take you below the surface of the ocean and show you things you could have never seen before.
Okay.
I'm gonna take you where vessels have rested at the bottom of the ocean. All you gotta do is pay me $251,000 per person and sign all these forms and say I'm not responsible if something happens to the sub. Now I will be remotely controlling the sub from above water. You will hear my voice at all times. And I'm gonna make sure this is a trip of a lifetime.
Well, this case is trip of a death time. That's just amazing.
I'm trying to figure out.
Go ahead.
How many people in the hip hop community can we convince to go visit graveyard 3 or 4 miles below the surface of the ocean?
I don't think we can get anybody to do that, man. I think most hip hop people, most of them got pretty much common sense. That's not a good idea. That right
I'm trying to figure that out.
That's not a good idea on no level. I heard they was trying it, and I heard that they lost contact. And I'm trying to figure out.
They lost contact when it went boom.
Right.
There's no more contact.
I'm trying to figure out why. I thought about this yesterday. I said they should have put a piece of metal, some kind of metal in that summer gun. At least they could put a big ass magnet and draw their asses back up if they got disconnected or something. But go down there with no type of umbilical device whatsoever. Just didn't make no sense to me.
No, they had been there before. Remember, they'd been down there before with it.
The same people?
Was, different people.
Okay.
Because even the owner of the company, he said, I'm approved to you. This will work. I'm getting on this one too. Here's the problem. James Cameron, who did do the movie Titanic, who's been down there, 33, 43 times with robotic vehicles. He's been down there, but he didn't go to, he said the ship, it wasn't the thing that they sealed him in with, but the sides of the ship were made with carbon fibers. And they kept trying to warn them. Every time you go down, those fibers, they start to split.
They weaken, yes.
They weaken. So this has been like trip number 9. And then people sent letters saying, you shouldn't be doing this. Dude, the ship isn't good, It's not a great idea. And the white man who believed he was a multi-billionaire, and he said, my money will save me from any impeding danger. Poof. The poof is the sound of the sub imploding. See, I don't feel bad for people like that. I only feel bad for the young man that went with his father, trying to get close with his father and do something special. As I just got off the phone talking to my son said, Dad, I'd have to say, well, I'll see you when you come back. I'll meet you at the ice cream parlor. I'm not going in that thing with you.
Yeah.
It's not a good idea.
What's up, Miss B?
Hey, Queen.
Now, the stepson of one of those millionaires, he actually was trying to get a hookup with an OnlyFans model during all this.
Oh, yeah.
He responded and tweet to his stepdad is down there trapped, right? But he's on OnlyFans trying to get a hookup.
Okay.
But that's a stepson. I don't know if that's any different, but yeah.
Right now, it doesn't matter step, bloodline, close personal friend, buddy, while on the surface of the water. Right now, the only thing they got in common is poof. and that was the implosion of the device. It was just that was just a nutty thing to do.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't. I do some things that just don't make no sense to me, and that's definitely one of them, Doc. I've never been.
That would be like trying to pass messages in a courtroom with cameras following you and wonder why you got caught. Dude, what were you thinking?
Yeah.
Now you know that the one of the CEO's wife was a descendant from the family that was the Macy's family on the Titanic.
Okay.
The
Mm-hmm.
wife, her husband went under there and whatnot, and everybody, and there's some and Rockefeller and the Macy's type deal. There was a lot of money on the Titanic, like there was a lot of money on this.
Okay.
So going into conspiracy theories about money and not the Rockefellers and Macy's family. What do
Uh-huh.
y'all think about that? Because I mean,
Well,
historically,
I think about it.
yeah. Go ahead, Dre.
I would say the only way I think about it is when they got on that Titanic and they said this is an unsinkable ship. Nothing's going to sink this ship until the captain tried to make a record. And they warned them, there's icebergs out there. You're going through the icy part of the Atlantic. Slow down. And one of the people with the money said, I'm paying you to break a record. I'm paying for you to get this ship to New York ahead of schedule. Put the hammer down. 1,500 people later dead. Oops. Oops.
Including the Macy's family, the co-founder of Macy's. And I think he was dead.
Because none of them thought it was going to sink. Even when it was hit by the iceberg, they were like, no, this won't sink.
Wow.
Oops.
But there was a mama cat that took her kittens off of the boat because she had a feeling something was going to go wrong. That's a legend or a story. I don't know.
Hell, wait. That's some bullshit right there. How the cat?
I don't know what to say. Where does this come from?
But still, what about places, when it's spooky, when you don't hear any birds and stuff like that, and there's no birds around, and the bad weather gets ready to come? Don't birds know when hurricanes and stuff get ready to come too?
That's hurricane. That's nature. Being on course to hit a damn iceberg is not a natural situation. I can't roll with that one. I'm sorry.
Well, they say cats got a connection with the other side and spirits and stuff like that. So maybe they saw the Grim Reaper. It was like, nah.
Yeah.
Because they got 9 lives. So
yes, that's it. That's that Mississippi bullshit right there. I ain't fucking with
it. I saw it on Facebook. Nope, it's on Facebook. It's a legend. I'm telling you so.
Okay, because it's on Facebook. Wait a minute, Lonzo.
I didn't write it though. You're trying to say I wrote? I didn't write it.
So they interviewed a cat.
Whatever the animals
that got off
the animals.
The Titanic.
If you want to, with the millionaires, I'm gonna follow the animals.
Yeah. Okay. That's what you have.
The millionaires.
When you get too much red clay in your brain cells.
Yep. Stay with the millionaires if you want to. I'm following the animals. If I don't hear no birds, nope. Cats go the other way, nope. Speaking of animals, Snoop Dogg.
What about it?
The move from Martha Stewart to Petco. He got a collaboration with Petco.
Oh yeah.
Yep. He's a new which it seems like he knows dogs, right? So he's getting endorsement deals and collaboration with a line of pet products. So Snoop Dogg's gonna have a line of pet products going.
Congratulations.
See there,
congratulations.
right there. And Dr. Dre, you need to go with what, Pfizer or Big Pharma? What you gonna do as a doctor? Where we gonna go?
I just know I'm opening up a deep sub company, and it only costs $251,000 for us to show you the movie Titanic on our sub as we hover in the water. We won't go too deep. We'll show the whole movie in the sub.
Yeah.
And by the way, Snoop is from Mississippi too, since y'all talking about Mississippi country folks.
Is he? Mama from Mississippi.
Huh?
Is he from Mississippi or just his mama?
He from Mississippi.
Oh, yeah?
Ask me, I'll tell you that.
All right. Anyway, well, shit, I'm working on a deal for prostate cancer right now.
There we go.
I'm about to be a prostate cancer poster boy.
Poster boy,
Congratulations.
ambassador.
And it was crazy because I met a lady who saw my documentary at an event, and in my documentary, I talk about my prostate cancer advocacy, and I was talking about my whole story about my prostate cancer. And this lady's sitting there, a little older lady sitting there with her mouth open. I'm like, she had my attention because I had her attention. And after the event, she started talking. She said, I loved your documentary, but I really was impressed with your story about your prostate cancer. And she told me how she had worked for the company that had had hired a bunch of rock and roll and blues guys to go around the different events talking about prostate cancer. And I said, well, would you be interested in? I said, sure. Let me know. Anyway, we lost contact for a minute. I stayed on her, and she reached out for me last week and sent me the information. I didn't read it until Monday morning. But Sunday morning, I did an event in Long Beach for prostate cancer on Father's Day. DJ'd and hosted the event. And it went real well, and everybody was loving me, blah, 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 blah. But I get up Monday morning to read my emails, and the lady was referring me to the same company that I just worked for. So,
good.
So congratulations.
Y'all
do great. Whenever y'all get on y'all health tangent, both of you know what you're talking about.
And that's something that's near and dear to my heart because it's two things that I think black men die from unnecessarily, and that's prostate cancer and gun violence. Both of those can be stopped. Okay, both of those can be corrected. I've never gangbanged, so I can't speak on how to stop gangbanging, but I've had prostate cancer. And I know how to stop that. To get your ass checked. That's all. Playing around. Don't let comedians talk you into bad health. Okay,
that's true.
Comedians have been clowning these fingers for the last longest, so long, and make such a big deal about they gotta kiss me, take me to dinner. Look, man, that shit is so old now, it's ridiculous. And brothers is, manhood and pride get in the way of living a healthy life, and they got so many other ways to check your prostate cancer through your blood, all kind of ways. So to sit there and let comedians clown you or TV shows clown the process, that's the old process. I went through it. I didn't like it. But hey, I got over it. I wiped my ass and kept on going. Simple as that. Okay. Yeah, it ain't got to do with your manhood. It's all about your health. And I just read today that more young men under 40 have been diagnosed with stage 4 prostate cancer more than ever before. Stage 4 prostate cancer. When you got stage 4 prostate cancer, get your affairs in order. That time, get your affairs. Worst, if the best case scenario, you'll live, but you'll be through with sex. Best case scenario, you'll live, but you'll just be through with sex. You'll if it ain't for piss, ain't nothing come out your dick, but that's it. I'm talking crazy on Facebook. I got a lady present, but you.
Well, you said it 2 times, say it 3 times, because this is Men's Health Month.
You pretty much wiped out the whole. There's a lady on the line, so you might as well continue on.
Well, I'm just saying, once you had prostate cancer, stage 4 prostate cancer, the chance of them saving your nerves that give your Mr.
blood flow and your stimulus.
Yeah. It's pretty much a wrap. Okay, if you bust around and wait, okay. Late stage 3, depending on where the cancer is, late stage 3 and stage 4 are the hardest to maintain your sex life. It can be done, but you got to go through a process. You got pumps and all kinds.
You have to go get the hydraulics put in.
You got to put the hydraulics in.
You have to put the hydraulics in.
You have to do all that so you do not become the butt of lady comedians' jokes. So you might want to.
Ladies, I ain't heard nobody be that cold yet. I mean, prostate cancer, you lose your manhood.
I'm talking about ED. Can't get it up.
Oh,
1 round.
Well, if you can't get up for prostate cancer,
ED is not an issue. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Because she just threw that on the table.
She just threw that on the table. She knows what she's talking about. Go ahead.
She just threw it on the table like that. ED is caused by multiple different things. So let's not just throw it on the table and act like it's only prostate cancer.
A list of herbs.
Let me tell you something. Women got ED too.
If you don't take care of yourself, girlfriends talk or whatever. So if he can't do anything, Lonzo said he can't have sex. If he can't have sex, why is he not but of a joke?
Look, wait. See, that mouth is moving too fast for me.
Brain just shut off
Way
completely.
too fast. Way too fast. Because if that was true, there wouldn't be lesbian sex everywhere and anywhere. In other words, if you only believe you got to do it with that one item, then you have no imagination and you're not creative with your partner.
Horny goat weed, maca, catnip. I got a list of herbs that help you with that.
See, you
Passion
go where I'm
flower.
not there. I'm not in your lane right this second. I'm someplace else because I can solve the problems of ED. All you have to do is sign up to be on my submarine adventure ship. We guarantee at a certain depth, not only will you become excited,
Y'all want me to look
you
up
will not on the ship. Excuse me?
Nothing. Y'all ain't whatever. Y'all not hearing me today, but I'm gonna let y'all have it since it's Men's Health Month. Because I was in alignment with what Lonzo was saying. Take care of yourself, and you won't be able to have sex. And then y'all decided he didn't say that.
And he's absolutely correct. But my conversation is a little different, and I can swim in a different shore. I always think if you want to be a great sexual partner, you better have a great sexual imagination. And I'm gonna leave it there. But Lonzo's warning is very true, and all of us should, especially if you're over the age of 35, those regular doctor visits, endocrinologist visits, get your blood work done, stay on top of your health. That's all.
Now,
and I'm a Scorpio, so I can say these things. Thank you.
Hold on, Scorpio. Okay. Hold on, Scorpio.
Men can do Kegels too.
Wait. Can you be quiet for a minute? I gotta get you. Can I put something in your mouth for a minute to be quiet? God damn.
Okay, go ahead.
Wait a minute. Did he yell at Bernadette?
Yeah, because she won't be quiet.
That's new.
I'm trying to make a point. The ED thing, you could joke about that. Prostate cancer and ED, not funny. Okay,
But
wait. That's what I was getting at. That when we went on the ED thing, that's what we kind of drifted to. I was trying to say that ED from prostate cancer ain't gonna never be funny. If your brother just lazy with it, it might be a little different. Okay, you might get a chuckle from, but when it comes to prostate cancer, that ain't gonna never be a joke, and that's just one of them things that a woman would have to understand from a man. Baby, you know what? I had this right here, and this is happening. And you like me, cool. If not, this is what's happening. But thank God, they saved my shit.
So back to the male Kegel and the wet towel exercise.
You want to get that in real good?
I saved my shit.
So Lonzo is still Lonzo, able to handle it.
Yes.
There you go, Lonzo. So like I said, men can do Kegels too. Women do Kegels, and men do Kegels. We'll have another show.
Bernadette, I appreciate your physical fitness exercise program as far as maintaining your E&D, and Alonzo's prosthetic warning is definitely should be taken serious. You brought me to a very interesting question now. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay. Does your sexual prowess, is it determined on strictly physical or other sources of sexual behavior? In other words, does it always have to be a penis and vagina connection, or it could be other connections?
Shit. What? Go ahead.
Dude, you brought it up.
Go ahead. Keep talking.
You brought it up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw it to the chat.
Tell us about your freak, Bernadette. Shit.
Yeah.
Tell us about your freak. God damn.
I don't have to tell you about my freak because as a Scorpio, that's a given.
Okay.
What do you need to know, Dre?
Okay.
Excuse me. I'm letting you finish, Bernadette.
It can be I've enjoyed great foreplay where the rest was not needed. Rare though, but it was just that good.
Okay, well, shit.
Okay.
Now, we got a freak. There's a freak in the house. There's a freak. Anyway,
It's three in the house at least.
I ain't never claimed to be nothing but. Anyway, but ain't nobody business.
Well,
Anyhow,
that's why I believe in the 5.5 finger method.
what the fuck is that?
Ask him, Lonzo. Ask
5.5 finger method.
What is the 5.5 finger method?
If you have to go, it's one margin past foreplay. It's 5.5 finger method. Now you'll have to figure the rest out in another conversation. Because y'all still didn't answer my question. Does it have to be a physical thing? In other words, a penis and vagina connection only, or do you use your imagination and do other things?
Oh, you mean phone sex?
Really?
This is on some other shit today.
Brother, that is way out of the way you
All
are.
the hip hop
But
shit
I'm
we got
loving you
going
for
on.
it, though.
Y'all talking about goddamn. I'm just trying to understand.
I was trying to get an answer.
Please.
But if you don't have an answer, let's go to the chat room. Go to the chat room and let's see what they say.
I'm just sitting here, folks. I'm just.
Started it.
No, I was talking about prostate cancer. Y'all take it to a whole other level.
No, look, we got on the seriousness of prostate cancer, and we agree with you, Alonzo. That's not a joke. That's serious.
It's not a joke.
Say for example, you have stage 4 prostate cancer. Does that mean you can't engage in sexual activity?
Your focus is no longer. Your focus will not be whether or not you have sex, whether or not you're gonna live.
I understand. I understand that. That's not my question.
Okay, what's your question?
So you're telling me if I have a terminal disease, do I not think about sex anymore because of my terminal disease?
No, it's just that because by that time, if you got stage 4 prostate cancer, living will become your main focus. Sex will become a secondary situation for you.
Okay, well, I don't know. You know what? I don't want that process to figure it out, but I'm going to say being a blind amputee and a type 2 diabetic and the accusations I deal with, I've been told I'm very impressive still. I'm very impressive. And it's not always the way you think it is. Sometimes, especially sex is more between your ears than it is just between your legs.
Okay.
It just is. For some of us
Well, you
who
know
are
what?
Scorpios, they have a whole different other definition.
I mean, they call that
I
sexual.
don't even like a definition of freak. I don't even like the word because people usually fall short. I hate the word.
Who said freak?
You know, on some other kind of shit today.
I don't think Bernadette can hear me that well.
Can she hear you? Can you hear Reagan? Y'all.
It's on and off.
See, she
Up
can't.
and down.
How's it up and down?
Up and down.
That's part of the process too. Up and down,
There you go.
side by side, up, down, in, out.
Man, I just came
left,
on. I'm just trying to do a regular old show, folks.
Don't you try innocence.
I was trying to do a public service announcement about prostate cancer. I didn't get drugged into some freak shit that I don't know nothing about.
But we always look at the prosthetic thing. Why can't you let it go? We applaud your advocacy for prosthetic cancer, just like I have advocacy for type 2 diabetes and diabetes. Applaud. We're moved on to a different part of the conversation.
It's kind of like overlap from last month being masturbation month.
Huh? What was that?
You was there. You didn't believe it existed.
I didn't bring that to the table.
But it was just last month.
That's some Bernadette shit, right? You be looking up. Where you be getting your information from?
It fell in my lap.
You know what? I will leave that the fuck alone.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lose my channel behind messing with you. I'm not gonna lose my channel messing with you.
All right.
I think it's time the legislature commits to move forward.
Okay.
So Mr. Williams.
I'm not losing all my followers messing with you, Bernadette.
Following would be
Y'all
hard
following
because of me?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
you talking some black belt freak shit here. And YouTube don't play that shit. Children's be watching this shit.
We
So
don't
can we
know.
move on to the next topic?
I sure hope
ladies and
so.
gentlemen?
Congratulations, Snoop
Wait,
Dogg, to the Petco collaboration, and congratulations to our very own Alonzo Williams with his collaboration
They ain't
on
locked
Something
in yet,
Love,
but it's
Dr. Dre's.
we talking about it.
Hmm?
They ain't locked in
Really?
yet. I'm working on it.
Bernadette, can you go on to the next topic since
Please.
we've already hit those three? Go ahead.
What did I do? I'm trying. Let's see. So we got Snoop Dogg. We talked about the sub, and Rihanna steps down and says her goodbye to her role as Savage X Fenty. But I think it's a chess move. Something else is coming up besides the baby.
In a role
Right?
in what?
As the CEO of Fenty, Savage.
Our clothing line?
Hmm?
Is that our clothing line or the
That's like the makeup and stuff, I believe. A lot.
she stepped down?
Yeah.
Sounds like something's larger coming.
That's what I think so too. So she seems pretty sharp.
Hmm.
I mean, she did have a baby announcement at the halftime show. She made the halftime show of the Super Bowl a baby announcement.
Well, hey,
I don't know why everybody goes crazy over that. She's a woman. Women have babies. Congratulations. Moving right along.
Yeah, but she,
Nobody
like I said, I like
ever
she
father.
made the halftime show about her. I mean, like her baby pregnancy announcements.
But no one never makes a big deal about the father. That's why Father's Day, we feel left out. Because when we say Father's Day, it's like, yeah, okay, Father's Day. What's next? Oh,
If you're
June.
not Nick Cannon, I guess not.
I don't know. I think I did an event last week, as you very well know, Father's Day, and I think fathers get a raw deal. They get a raw deal. They get all the responsibility, but none of the love. I mean,
None of the celebration.
none
None
of
of
the
the
celebration.
celebration.
Because the fathers get love for the most part, but when you are, and buddy of mine, we was talking about this yesterday. When you are expected to perform at a level with everybody on your shoulder, the lady, the kids, and especially nowadays, you got so many women. I look at some of these YouTube channels and these different Instagram posts. Like, he got to give me all this and give me an allowance and fix my hair. And I'm like, the key word here is yours. But when you think about all the men that left families back in the day who just weren't ready to be dads, and I know I'm about to say some controversial, maybe piss some people off, but when two people lay together and make a decision to have sex, it should be both of their responsibility to protect themselves. It should not be
That's
just
true.
up to the man.
That's not controversial.
You are allowing him into your body with a baby making fluid. That, do you want this baby or do you not want this baby? Okay, or do you want the baby? And here's a part about America that's really kind of twisted. Making the baby is a hustle for a lot of women. Now, I know I pissed somebody. A lot of brothers I know for a fact have been hustled behind babies. If you're a ball player, you definitely getting hustled for baby. Well, I'm sorry, you definitely have action that become getting hustled for babies. I'm looking at what's that dude? That poor fool's name. He got chicks. He got two girls. One Instagram model pregnant, and another one is on his ass, and they mad because he didn't get the apartment or something like that. And I'm like, he's supposed to give her an allowance and a bunch of other stuff. And I think about my boy Blake Griffin, who one woman gets almost $400,000 a month between him and her other baby daddy. Okay, she got two kids by two ball players. Blake was giving her $300,000 a month, and this other dude was giving her $100,000 a month. What baby needs $300,000 a month? You make it a hustle. You make it a what you call that? Not a victimless crime. The perfect crime. You make it the perfect crime because you can. What starts off as being lovey-dovey is all about money in the end. And that's the part I think a lot of brothers, we've had conversations about this. Even my boy, I look at Scottie Pippen. His marriage falls apart, and his baby his wife is
ex-wife
ex-wife
is dating
looking to have it.
Michael Jordan's son.
Michael Jordan's son, and looking at getting half his pension. She ain't dribbled the ball yet. Zion Williams, thank you, Derek Mallory. Zion Williams, he got Instagram.
Yeah.
He got Instagram. He got an Instagram model pregnant, and they juicing this fool. And you look at this dude. If you look at this dude, if he didn't have the money, they wouldn't pay him no attention unless he had a damn menu in his hand. Welcome to McDonald's. But because he got some dollars, they jumped up and down on him and got these babies. And he seemed to be kind of simplified too, because okay, I'm supposed to give you some money. I didn't get my money, but I'll give it to you, dude. But again, because a kid is involved, it's the perfect hustle. It's the perfect. Who got to work? Like Tyrese said, who got to work if you're getting $12,000 a month? What job are you gonna get making $12,000 a month? You should get child support based on how much what your earning potential is, plus a little bit extra.
Yeah, she was.
Stop getting pushed.
I thought. It made me controversial for me to think that she was stupid when you have porn, revenge porn laws coming into place. So she basically was announcing every time she tweeted something about the exposing his sex tapes that she's threatened to commit a crime. So luckily for her, unluckily for us, Twitter shut her down because that's a crime. It's becoming more and more of a crime for revenge porn. Woman or man, if somebody does that, that's revenge porn. That's against the law. So she wasn't too bright, even though it sounds like he was getting caught up in everything. But it really was like when you know your laws, who was really being stupid? He was stupid, but she's even more stupid when who commits a crime, who confesses to I'm going to get ready to commit a crime online. Revenge porn is a crime. So that's what she was talking about. And that's why they her banned her.
May I jump in now for a second?
Go ahead, please. Yeah.
Simply put, it's like as a young man growing up, we're never explained how one quick move and one quick ejaculation can cause you a lifetime of responsibility. And the thing is, because we don't teach young men that, as that behavior may put you with someone you may never want to be with ever in your life. But we have men celebrated for what we call quote unquote conquest. But like what Alonzo was saying is, now the thing is, women are going after certain men so they can get conquest based on dollars. So here's my issue with everything. If you don't want to have a baby, and a lot of people say, oh, when you call to put it, you ain't thinking about grabbing a rubber, you ain't thinking about. Well, then maybe you should have a vasectomy before you start having a complete extra-sexual life, because then you won't be able to create and procreate life till you're ready to do it and can afford it. And that's part of the issue. See, it comes down to responsibilities on each side. Because I remember growing up and made things my choice. Dating women with diaphragms, foam, contraceptives, condoms.
But check it out. What you say is absolutely correct, Dre. But the problem
But that's not the way it really is.
The problem, I think the problem is that the women has no responsibility in the issue. Women have no responsibility. Okay,
that's what I'm saying. There's
no responsibility on the female part, so therefore, if I get pregnant, I get paid. Bottom line, if I get pregnant, I get paid. If you ain't got no money, you're going to find some. I'm tapping your ass for the next 18 years, whatever kind of money you get. Okay, but if you
21 years, think about this young man that just was the #1 NBA draft yesterday. He's an instant, almost probably close to a billionaire, playing for the San Antonio Spurs at 19 years of age. Now, either his mother and his father are going to be around him like a hawk, or he's going to have to hire people that's like, nope, nah, baby, get out of here. Nope, can't get in there. Or when he takes the chick out, they're going to have to sign a waiver. Or they're going to have to prove I'm dealing with contraception. Because remember, today's the anniversary of the end of Roe versus Wade. Thank you, Supreme Court.
Nah, man.
So
I think that there's no responsibility if women had more responsibility in the matter. I mean, all them demand that the man didn't do all that. You was come on. We have been in some cases we have been painted as being the victim of the aggressor all the time, and if it wasn't for us, we wouldn't be having sex. That's bullshit. Okay, if it wasn't for me, it wasn't for him getting me drunk or getting me. He wanted just like he did. It wasn't rape. So why is it the outcome only his responsibility? There's no if you have nobody has any responsibility in a situation. I can give all the responsibility to one person and get all the benefits. Why not do it? There's no reason. There's no reason not to do it. And here's the bad part about it: if you get somebody stupid enough to put his name on a birth certificate, whether he's the daddy or not, he's still stuck with the baby. And you ain't got to be the daddy to get the payments. And there's nothing you can do about it, huh?
For example, the 19-year-old gentleman who just was the #1 draft pick in the NBA, he's going to Texas. I hope people explain to him Texas statutory rape laws. Because 16-year-olds are going to be coming at him. They're going to look like they're 30 or 25. They're going to come at him. So wouldn't you think if I was his parent or advisor, maybe you should get a what do you call it? I forgot the name of it. Gun. So your sperm can't impregnate any woman.
Man, that dude is a stud. Somebody gonna want a baby by his ass at some point in time.
But if you tie off your tubes, you're not going to be able to stud nothing.
But at some point in time,
and you check for yourself.
What if you want kids?
You get a vasectomy.
What if he's a youngster? What if you want kids?
But you don't have a kid at 19.
What about later on?
You can reverse a vasectomy.
Who told you that?
Yes.
Who told you that?
Yeah, you can do that.
Dude, you can reverse a vasectomy.
Okay.
Or if you really want to make sure you can have kids, dump your sperm in a sperm bank, put it under your name, and when you're ready, use it.
Okay.
This way, the whole thing is I think I'm pregnant with your baby, not with mine. I had a vasectomy. Here's my card. Here's my last checkup. I'm clean. You ain't got nothing for me. You better get a DNA test and go find out who's the real baby daddy.
Wow.
See, that's controlling. That's real control of your right. But if you go in there slinging your penis, I was caught up. If you had a vasectomy, you could be caught up and ain't nothing coming out but blanks.
Hey.
At 19, what about the other ones that just there's a couple of 20-year-olds, something like that? I get vasectomies and say I'm not having sex, so I make sure the doctor says nothing's coming out.
But on the same hand, doctors question women who want to go ahead outright and get their tubes tied, or even young girls who are not of age. They need permission to get their tubes tied. It's crazy, like banning Plan B and things like that.
But see, that's all BS too, Bernadette. I'm not trusting you as a woman. As a young man who just became a billionaire, what do I need with little kids running around? At 19.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that there's some women out there that have felt that way, and medically, doctors give them a hard time to even get their tubes tied. There's women that don't want to have.
I'm not dealing with a woman's side of it.
Okay.
Okay? I don't know any woman graduating from college who's going to the WNBA that's going to make a tenth of what that young man who just was drafted by the NBA. She's not even nowhere near that number. And I'm going to say something that may sound a bit rough, but if certain players are same-sex caliber, they don't have that issue. The issue is when these young men get paid which what Alonzo was alluding to, and then you go off and you want to have fun, and you're too lazy to put a condom on, too lazy to put the diaphragm in, too lazy to put the foam in, too lazy to do all the other things to protect yourself, and a kid pops up. Now you're attached to somebody for almost 2 decades, whether you like it or not.
Shouldn't they educate them?
You don't have to do that. Excuse me?
I said I used to watch the show about the football players and things like that, and they made a point to make the new rookies always seem so naive and gullible. And think with that being that naive and that gullible, shouldn't that be? But they gave them small pep talks about women and things like that. But
they're naive because they're teenagers. Because the NBA is so thirsty for talent, you're getting teenagers, 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds, 22. You give them that kind of money, they don't know what to do with it.
Exactly.
You don't know that kind of money. There's no great advice to tell you, oh, well, you should listen to me because I've been there before. No one's been there before like that. No one in that young man's family at 19 has been through what he's going through right now. So if I was his father, I would say, we take you to the doctor. You need a vasectomy. It can be reversed when you're ready to have family, when you're with the woman that you really want to have kids with, and you better make her sign off.
Easier said than done, sir.
Yeah, but maybe if they
I think that's called being responsible. That's called being the responsible. Alonzo, if you had a son that was drafted number 1 in the NBA or in the NFL at 19 years of age, remember the number I'm using, not 23 or 24, 19. What would you suggest to him?
Hey, we got to have a talk, baby.
Huh?
We got to have a talk.
So what's the talk?
That's a good question, Doc.
What's the talk?
That's an excellent question.
My son is 24, and I still don't know the talk to give him. But yet we've had talks to discuss it. And my daughter, who's 26, we've had talks. And I said, when you decide to put another human being on this planet, you better be able to take care of it.
Yeah.
Now,
go back to hip hop, but that's no different. That's no different than people making the joke about Rihanna being pregnant again. Like that's a smart move for her baby daddy or whatever his name is. That's the same reverse. That's the reverse joke. Is a reverse. Huh?
It is a smart move for him.
So I'm saying that making that joke,
old enough,
go out and make
old enough.
It's the same thing, right?
But Bernadette, they're both. I'm talking about age, not just your vagina and a penis working. I'm talking about at 20. I forgot what age I was, but I was on your own TV Raps. I was under 30, and I said to myself, "I'm not getting someone pregnant just to say I did something." I really.
In the chat, I had to play a blind card to get my vasectomy because I was 35 at the time. Let's stop.
Say it again.
In the chat, it says I had to play the blind card to get my vasectomy because I was 35 at the time. STEM radio.
Oh, that's Malcolm.
Yep. STEM radio.
Yeah, I understand that, but it goes back to what I was saying. Depending on how you're raised, your thought process, your friends that are around you, most of my friends that we grew up, only one of us had a kid under 24 years old. Only one of us. Because we talked amongst ourselves and we were like, that's not a good idea.
You know what I was telling somebody too?
Okay.
I was saying that now there's the 1% people that are the people that's in charge, and then there's the 3% of people who what don't care or something like that. And then there's the 5% that knows everything that the 1% knows, and then there's the 90% who's just sleep, right? And so I was telling somebody, I said, the thing is with the 90% who don't care, who's sleeping, don't know, and doesn't understand how things work, and doesn't care how things work, they got a lot more people to reproduce with. Then their kids can reproduce with each other and stuff like that. But the 5% can probably talk like you and I or whatever, Barry or whatever, or in Lonzo, and just talk, over people's heads. You don't get to reproduce with people over and over again. And the 1%, reproduces with their own cells. So the 90%, the percent that doesn't care, who's the subject of the 1%, the 90% is to keep producing with the same like-minded, none-thinking, none playing chess mindset. And you have babies with somebody that gets bored and say, hey, let's have, those are the people that get bored on, with a hurricane or a power outage. And, next thing you know, they on the other side of a pandemic or something like that with babies and stuff because they got bored. And there's other people that got educated, and stuff like that. They buckle down, but other people make babies. Every natural disaster that happens where you lock it down, you get the influx of babies. But that's probably the 90%.
Alonzo can attest to this, being a club owner and doing enough parties. He's seen a lot of I don't say cohabitation. A lot of what do you call it? Seen a lot of sex at the club.
After the club, most likely, sir.
But I've been in the DJ. Lonzo.
Yeah.
Lonzo?
Yeah.
I've been in the DJ booth on the wheel, dropping beats, playing Prince, and somebody went into the office and were killing it. Killing it.
Like nasty, very nasty.
You couldn't see, that's the first thing that you said. Oh, that's nasty, that's nasty. I have been on tour, and believe me when I say, same people yelling that's nasty go right in the back of that bus and love certain groups because they love those songs. Believe me.
Yeah.
And they'll come out that bus whipped, and you're like, damn. But I was talking to you 3 hours ago, and you were the most responsible person in the building. You just don't know.
You don't.
You do
Anyway,
not know.
folks, we are talking about all kind of shit other than hip hop shit. We got 50-some people got shot in Chicago, and
This is hip hop shit.
9 died.
Hip hop. I hate that. There's even why we gonna put that together with hip hop? But okay.
This is Niggaverse. Niggaverse is a part of the hip hop game, unfortunately. The Niggaverse is a part of hip hop.
What's the Niggaverse?
The Niggaverse. The Niggaverse is a section of hip hop that we have to deal with, and it's not, we can't get away.
Well, this week's Niggaverse
Today
report.
the Niggaverse.
Alonzo tells us
50 some odd people got shot in Chicago, 9 died, and it barely made the news. I heard about it recently. Last Sunday here in Los Angeles. Me and Dusty talked about it on our show. They had a beautiful Juneteenth event, and a bunch of youngsters from the Niggaverse decided they wanted to go to a McDonald's and steal Happy Meals and Big Macs in the cash register. And you see this kind of stuff, man, and it just really pisses you off. First of all, how much money can you get from a McDonald's? And 2, why on Juneteenth? That McDonald's been there forever. Why on Juneteenth did you go in there and steal some shit?
Mac dip. It ain't even good for you.
Okay, I'm just saying we're not talking about the health issues. We're talking about the overall look that it gave to us, the black eye put on the black community, especially here in Los Angeles on the Leimert Park. The Leimert Park is known as our cultural center here in Los Angeles. It's a cultural event, and culturalist assholes decided they wanted to turn it into a melee and a news event. And these little summer guns has gotten to the point every time you get more than 5 or 10 together, they want to start looting and shit for no reason.
90%.
They do it for no reason. I mean, I'm looking at people going in the stores, grabbing Nikes. I'm looking at people shopping without money, and it's just the lawlessness is just ridiculous. And I'm not a conservative. I'm not a Republican. I just don't like the fact that people do dumb shit like that.
But why they let's rewind that tape a little bit. Why do we think they're doing that?
Because here in California, they've done a few things in the legal system that have made it almost non uh, it's a non-issue. Okay, what I mean by that is the new city district attorney George Gaston has decided that he's not
prosecute
prosecuting
anything over
things.
$1,000.
I thought I was telling the story. I thought I was telling that story.
You are. I'm sorry.
He ain't prosecuting anything over under $1,000. Okay, which means 99-cent stores and a lot of your small mom and pop stores are catching to hell because the security card can't even stop you. If he stop you, the cops ain't gonna take a report. And if the cops do take a report, the DA ain't gonna file the case. So why?
So it's a free for all.
Right, it's a free for all. I saw the same thing. I was in Compton and I saw they were talking about street takeovers, and it was explained that the cost it takes to process all the spectators at a street takeover, it can cost a lot of money just to process them. And then the district attorney can turn back around and not even file the case. So why prosecute them or process them for prosecution when they're not going to get prosecuted? Because most of the time it's a misdemeanor, and misdemeanors in California have become legal now. But they just ain't they ain't doing shit for them, and I don't understand how do you undo something but don't put anything in place to replace it? That's like Trump was talking about he was going to get rid of Obamacare, but you never had anything to put in place to replace it. You're just going to undo something and leave it sitting there on the ground unattended. So that means the security guards are useless people. I'm going to get some security. Security guards are the most useless people in the world. Their only job is to observe and report. They ain't going to stop shit.
Tell the story.
Huh?
Tell the story what you saw.
You're just a paid witness. Your ass to sit there. Your job is to sit there and see what happens and go to court and be the store's paid witness for what happens. That's bottom line.
What you saw with a flashlight.
Your flashlight don't mean shit. That Billy Club don't mean shit. That's somebody whooping your ass first. Billy Club don't mean shit. Gun don't mean shit. They gotta
That's
be
one side of hip hop, but we got hip hop, positive hip hop, like Missy Elliott. Today was she released her second studio album, The Real World, yesterday on June the 22nd in 1999. And this is the anniversary of Don't Sweat the Technique, also released in 1992.
Well, hold on. Just we celebrating the anniversary. Let's back up to 1979 when the Eve After Dark opened for the first time on the corner of Avalon Segundo by Yours Truly. June 22nd, 1979, the Eve After Dark opened up. I was a 22-year-old promoter / DJ with his own nightclub and ended up making history without even trying to. I was just trying to give me a couple dollars.
I do not doubt it at all. Like I've been on Clubhouse just talking to random people talking about hip hop, and they say something about pop locking or something like that, and they say something about California. Eve After Dark. You were nowhere in the room. I couldn't ping you in. Came up. Eve After Dark came up.
It always will.
So no doubt. I don't doubt it at all.
Always will.
It is.
And
yeah.
when I look back, and I had a conversation there about the various beginnings of hip hop in various areas. Because although it may have started in New York in '73, it didn't hit California it didn't really officially hit California for a while. That's my opinion. I ain't gonna argue with nobody about it, but that's just my opinion. And I've been in the hip hop game for 47 years myself, based on 47 years based on my introduction to hip hop from the owner of Eve After Dark as a DJ in 1976. 47 years. That's my personal introduction to hip hop. I can't claim day one from East Coast perspective because I didn't get into anything until like 1976, and by 79, the Eve After Dark was there. At 40, now it's 43 years. 43 years. Hold on. Let me do my math. I left.
So you said, wait a minute, what you just said in 1976, you were introduced to hip hop. What were you playing in 1976?
I didn't say that.
That was hip hop.
That was my DJ career. I started my DJ in 1976.
Okay, but then don't say hip hop.
Well, my career started in 1976. Okay.
But you were playing. What music were you playing?
I was playing mostly disco and R&B.
Thank you. What you? I'm with you 100% behind that.
Okay. I could not tell you when my first hip hop record probably came in about 78. I don't know. I can't debate anything else. I can't condone or deny anything else. I just know that when on the West Coast we had a different um we had a different beginning, different roots. So that being said, I don't want to debate nobody. I don't want to argue nobody. No, not you, Dre. I know we already had our discussion. We're on the same page.
Really, we honestly, we ended up more on the same page with it
Yeah.
than anything else. Because I said, as I told you, when I do this, I got an interview to do tomorrow, and it's about the 50th anniversary of hip hop. And the first question I ask is, what makes you think it's the 50th anniversary? Oh, well, when Kool Herc, I said, but everybody doesn't say Kool Herc was the grand poobah of it all. What about DJ Hollywood? DJ, well, who? I said, see, that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
You dismiss others who were there, but because their cousin and uncle and their sister wasn't screwing so-and-so, so their name wasn't as big as your brother, uncle, cousin who was there. No, you don't dismiss it because you didn't know, especially when we know that rap music, and I'll say rap music, not a hip-hop, was spread through cassette tapes. It wasn't spread by CDs. It wasn't spread by, it was spread on cassette tapes and boom boxes.
Yep.
Because that was the only way you could spread it. It wasn't on the radio like that at all.
Nope.
It wasn't until Mr. Magic did WHBI, and that was on a station that if you didn't have the aluminum foil and the antenna turned properly, you wasn't getting it.
Nice.
The fall on the antenna.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, the reason I always go back to things like that, because when you dismiss people who did certain things and were there, you act like they didn't exist, but they did. Because even from pop locking to breakdancing to whatever you want to call it, there was an inspiration, there was a vision, and then there was actions. Then there were repeat actions and more repeat actions, and that's what built the word of mouth.
Hey, Dre.
Yes.
And Lonzo, who is the guy who had the first? That he's not forgotten. This guy that I'm gonna name that did the first hip hop movie. What was his name? This white guy.
Wild Style?
Yeah.
Wild
Who's that
Style.
guy? Right.
The name of the movie was called Wild Style. I don't
Right.
remember his name at the second.
Yeah. That
Mm.
name has been floating around a lot lately, and just it's a matter of hip hop for me. Since I've been knowing you two, hip hop history has had its ups and downs and been kind of disappointing and surprising. The things I've learned about the Fat Boys, what I've learned about you and Alonzo, and also kind of how did y'all feel about the star given to Tupac? I don't know if we talked about that. How'd y'all feel about that?
I thought it was a great move.
Yeah. I don't think so. I think so too.
Yeah.
Kind of surprised me, or did
I think it's.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead. You finish.
No, I did. Did y'all see that coming? Was it anything out there that they were going to do that, or it was just done?
Well, I'll put it to you this way, and this is not meant to insult. It's meant to congratulate. Okay. Anyway, I think Alonzo deserves a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, as well as Tupac. But because it's not promoted and discussed in that fashion, it's easy to give it to Tupac. Tupac is an easy gift. Giving it to Biggie, that's an easy gift. They always give it to the gunned down hero. Because that's those stars aren't done by a vote, they're done by money. And it's amazing that the star was given out, then the Tupac and his mother documentary came out, then it was the Tupac of this and this, that, and the other. And it's like, Alonzo's here. Why can't he get his? And if it's not for just Alonzo, world-class wrecking crew.
Wow.
Why not? Somebody tell me why not. That's why when Alonzo brought up, oh, we got to get this street for Eazy-E together. I said, no, gotta get the Street for Lonzo together first.
I agree. I was about to cry at the freaking Super Bowl that he was there. I agree. Why was I about to cry at the Super Bowl? Because that was very significant for Eve at the Dark to be there. That says it all right there, Dre. I totally freaking agree with you. I'm like,
so like when that happened, and you tell me, oh, Tupac got a star on the Walk of Fame, I go, and I can buy a star on the Walk of Fame.
Dang, Dre.
All right, and that being said, it's time to go.
There it is.
All right, folks, we have been another hour in with Legendary Connects. We're featuring Miss B from Mississippi, Red Clay territory. Much love to everybody. Miss B, say goodbye.
Goodbye. All the music started in Mississippi. That's where the music came from. Bye.
Dr. Dre, say goodbye.
I can't. She said, all the music started in Mississippi. I just want to let everybody know we will be signing people up for my subterranean voyage.
All right.
You have to continue to listen to Legendary Connects to see when you can get your ticket on our submarine.
All right, folks. Much love to you, Dre. We out of here, folks. It's Lonzo, the Godfather, West Coast Hip Hop, wrapping up another show of Legendary Connect with Dr. Dre, Miss B, and yours truly, folks. See y'all next week. See y'all Tuesday. Dusty, much love to you, boy. I see you in the chat room. Peace. We out of here.
Peace.